Well, hey, babe. It's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to the channel. Listen, we got to talk about Love and Hip Hop Miami. But before we get into that, I just want to say Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you guys have a wonderful year. I hope you had an amazing last year. Okay. And that your 2025 is going to be even better. You feel what I'm saying? But right now, we're about to go ahead and get into a Love and Hip Hop Miami. All right. So, first of all, Ray J decides to grace us with his presence on this particular episode, okay? Now, he says that he's been losing himself over there in LA. Ray J, baby, let's be honest. You're losing yourself regardless of where the hell you go in America. Okay, I don't know what you got going on, all right? But he says that the divorce is official. He knows that him and Prinky have been hot and cold when it comes to the divorce, but he's saying it's official and it is going down. It's not going to be together. And as soon as the judge lets us know that it's completely official, he said he's going to be back out here in these streets as if he not already out here in these streets anyway. But okay. Ray J says, I'm not no whore no more. I am delivered, is what he had to tell us. Okay. I'm like, all right then, Ray J. We get excited. It's crazy because this was filmed not too long ago, and you say you're not no whore no more. You're delivered. But we done seen you over there getting it in with Miss Suki. Let Miss Prinky tell it. She done sat up here and released the tea on you. So I don't know. I am one to believe that he is not the only one that Suki getting it in with. And she's not the only one that he getting it in with. So if you ask me, it's still giving whore, just a piece. Okay, but let's keep going. Because he's talking to Trick Daddy, and Trick Daddy tells him, listen, I'm on the market too. And the reason why I'm on the market is because I was trying to connect with So Unique, only to find out that she been over there trying to dip all in my past, trying to get all up in Joy and I's business. Okay, why she went to go sit down with Joy when that really ain't got nothing to do with her is a problem for me. Okay, he says he feels like she's a clout chaser because she took to social media to pretty much air him out and say something about him trying to get her kicked off the show or whatever. And he said he ain't had nothing to do with that. He's like, listen, this is not some rinky dinky ass network. All right. This is Love and Hip Hop, and I don't have no control in that. And I'm like, well, you talk about this is Love and Hip Hop as if you're not quote unquote hip hop, and you was just talking about loving So Unique. So why would it not fit? What are you saying here? Like, I don't know. But okay then, Trick Daddy. So Ray says that he's planning on coming out with a movie to his song One Wish. It's going to be One Wish anniversary, and he plans on putting together a movie for it. Ooh, Ray J, I hope it's good. I hope it ends up being good. I think he's gonna do more than a movie. It seems like he might be doing like a overall project. Like, of course, with movies you need like soundtracks and different music for it. So it seems like he may be trying to put like a whole project of music to go along with the movie as well. Okay, but he says that it's supposed to pretty much be about him. One wish, okay, him being a thought out here in these streets or whatever, and trying to get it together for one woman or whatever. But he says that it's gonna be more so the era of like the 60s or 70s. That's gonna be pretty interesting. And we take Ray J for a joke a lot. So for me, I'm like, girl, when I watch this, I'm probably gonna be laughing my I'm probably gonna be laughing my ass off just a little piece, okay? Because it's really hard to take Ray J serious at times. So I hope he does a good job with production, and hopefully it actually works and he not using this as a storyline. But we'll see how this gonna go. Good luck. All right. So Shay said that well, she didn't really say anything, but we see her in the scene relaxing. Seems like she's getting a massage. There's sage. So I'm guessing she's having a moment of being cleansed. Okay. That's what it seems like she's doing. And what it appears is that Flo is the one that set this up for her, knowing that she just broke up with Fabo not too long ago. Of course, the two go have a seat. They're chatting it up. And Shay tells Miss Flo about the link up that she had with Zoe, and how Zoe's sister was accusing her man of being pregnant by impregnating her. And she's like, girl, none of that stuff was true. So, of course, they talk about all of that and things. She says she did tell her mama. Her mom is aware of the situation and them not being together, but she's trying to make sure her mom understands that he's going to be around because that is her child's father. And it's like, Shay, when you try to tell your mom, oh, he's going to be around because that's my child's father, I feel like you're trying to continue to force your family to be comfortable with a man that has heavily disrespected them as well as you, because the chances are still very high and likely that you'll get back with him, when just last week you was like so focused on him not seeing the child, and that she'll have whatever dad that you're going to put in place for her. Because if he think he going to be around here with all these different women, you were like, you didn't want your child around that, and I didn't fully blame you on that, right? But that's what Miss Shay over there talking about, honey. So now it's Flo's turn to pretty much tell Miss Shay about everything that's been going on with her, and she updates her on Amada, pretty much linking up with her man Marlon, her husband slash ex man slash kids father, whatever they want to be this week or next week. She doesn't like the fact that Miss Amada has been hanging with him, okay? And vice versa. Him hanging with her and going to her job and her coming to his job. Whatever it is, she ain't liking it, okay? So Shay says, well, I think that Amara might be doing this to get back at you. And then, Flo says, well, I just kind of feel like what my sister said. My sister said that she thinks that the girl ain't really stunting old boy, but she's just trying to get back at Alan because Alan messed around with Gael. And it's like... Ma'am, Shay's right. You already know that, okay? That girl tried to get back at you because of how you showed up at that dinner, okay? When you pretty much threw that drink on her or whatever the case was. Like, this is all about you. It really has nothing to do with your sister for real, for real. But anywho, Shay doesn't think that her sister can be trusted. Like, girl, your sister done smashed on your man, smashed on this person. She done did a whole lot of stuff. And I don't understand why you ain't got no backbone and you ain't standing up. Okay, I'm going to need you to go and check these BITCHs, okay? You need to start with your sister and then let it trickle on down, okay? You need to get Marlon and you need to also get a martyr. Do what it is that you need to do. So this is what Shay's telling her. And she's like, girl, I got your back when you do it. Okay, now let's get to Brooke and Marcus, because unfortunately we did hear that Brooke was pregnant. Well, now we're learning that she did lose the baby, and that was really sad. I did not really like this scene too much because it seemed like Mr. Marcus was not fully understanding what she went through. And I feel like, I'm not sure, I thought that she may have had a miscarriage previously when she was on Love and Hip Hop, and then she ended up getting pregnant with Shy, I thought. Or maybe that one happened right after. I'm not necessarily sure, so let me not put another miscarriage on her, but maybe it was just the complications of a pregnancy or something like that. And you know what? While we're speaking on Love and Hip Hop, let me insert this. First of all, y'all know Angel Brink's baby daddy, and I cannot think of his name, Hollywood or something like that. What is this guy's name? Angel Brink's baby daddy. What is Rockstar? That's what it is. I said Hollywood, girl. I was right over there with it, okay? Not too far off. Rockstar. He ended up being pulled over by TMZ, and when I tell y'all, it's the lick was given, like he got out of a Tesla. You know those weird built Teslas that people are starting to drive. Now he did have an all black on black. They actually kind of look nice in comparison to what I've been seeing, but I feel like when he got out the car the first time, the people stopped him on the sidewalk or something. He was like, oh, wait a minute, let me go back and like get me as I'm coming out the car or something like that. It was like, really, because I didn't know that you pulling up. But anyway, girl, he's getting out the car, closing the door, and they're asking him about Love and Hip Hop Hollywood and what happened with that show and it being canceled for some time. And he pretty much says that he felt like they may have had like an issue or something with Mona or whatnot. Maybe the network or the production company or whoever may have had an issue with Mona, and that likely was the reason as to why the show kind of went away. But he also says that they should bring it back because he feels like Love and Hip Hop Miami is boring. Whew. I mean, it'll do. I will say, Love and Hip Hop ATL is on its way back. And with Love and Hip Hop ATL on its way back, the people that's been around for some time, they bring in the action, okay? For y'all to be, I'm looking forward to seeing what Love and Hip Hop ATL is going to bring. We've been seeing these people for years. Sometimes they ain't got no storyline, but I feel like Scrappy is going to always make sure he got something going on. Okay, if don't nobody over there, quote unquote, earn their check, for lack of a better word, Scrappy gonna make sure he be a part of some BS that's gonna get him paid. Cause of course him and Bam appears that they're gonna be back at it again. He gonna be at it with his ex bestie. I forgot his name. Chaotic, because Chaotic came from Miami. He's going to be at it with Chaotic. It's just going to be different stuff. I think Erica Banks going to be trying to check Rashida. It's going to be a lot, child. You're going to have Zell and Spice coming at Santana, coming at Saucy. it's gonna be a mess. That man told him you got dropped by RCA and it's giving RIP or something like that. He said, I'm just like, oh my God, y'all are eating just a bit in this trailer. So hopefully the season is just as good as the trailer was. But y'all know I've always talked about Love and Hip Hop, Hollywood being my favorite show out of everybody. I just like the characters better over there. And once there was a Mama D, the next mother that I loved was A1's mama and Lyrical Mama. Okay, when K Michelle was over there, like I do miss it, but I feel like if they were to bring it back, I don't think it would ever be the same. I think they would have different players. And one thing that Rockstar mentioned was that they're gonna have to up the budget. He said, first of all, I'm gonna want some stock. I said, now I ain't gonna fault you, okay? I'm with you when you're right, okay? I'm gonna need a bit more of an investment in the company because y'all gonna have to up the stakes and pay people a little bit more money if you want them to come back over there, okay? I'm sure Ray J them will go over there at the drop of a dime, and I'm sure at this point Ray J has a set salary. Y'all gonna have to pay him accordingly. Okay, but for the other people, because you may have a Ray J and a Prinky, and ain't no telling what other higher listed, celebrities they may have over there, they're going to be expecting top dollar. So then they're going to have to just get some random people that's willing to accept just maybe 3,000 or whatever the case is. So I just don't know if it'll be the same because I don't think the same players are going to go back over there to play. So right now we have to enjoy Love and Hip Hop Miami for what it is. It's not bad. Sometimes I do think a part of the storyline is stupid. Like I wish that they would get Gael, Flo, and Marlon off the show. And I would say Amada, but for some reason they take a strong liking to her and she'll be around whether we like it or not. But Amada could also leave too. Okay? But, I mean, hey, this is what we're working with, so let us keep going. So anyway, Brooke and Marcus unfortunately suffered a miscarriage recently. And Marcus, I didn't really like the scene because Marcus just seemed like he was just so not understanding in a bit. It seems to me, and I don't know if this is truly how Marcus felt, but I'll say this. I question whether Marcus was, I don't want to say happy about the miscarriage, but he clearly says, listen, it ain't like we planned to have this child. Okay, so basically what I heard when he says that is, I don't know why you so upset about it. Ain't like we was planning to have a child and we was just trying, and we keep suffering a miscarriage. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, that's not what it is. Like, child, this baby was a surprise child anyway. This was on accident any damn way. Okay, we slick, can't even afford another one. So shit, I mean, we actually should be praising God that it happened because he already know what we need and what we don't. Like I was like, oh, Marcus, not you being Dr. Black, the doctor of love or whatever, and you're not reading this situation correctly. But you know what? I feel like Marcus showing how he truly felt is how a lot of men feel when their wives or their significant others go through a miscarriage. They can sometimes come off a bit detached and not really know how to handle it. And chances are that's because, the baby wasn't growing inside of them. They wasn't developing some type of connection or anything. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what it is. They just don't get it. And that's kind of what he was showing. And I'm like, dang, I thought y'all been through this before. So for you to act like that, huh? But anywho, Brooke says, listen, I was so happy about it, and just because it wasn't something that we were planning, before, it doesn't mean that I wouldn't want to try again. All right. Doesn't mean that I wouldn't want that. Okay. So then he says that, listen, I think we need to focus on being intentional. When we do things and make decisions about stuff, I think we should be intentional about it. And my intentions at this point is that I don't want no more kids. Okay. Now, I don't know what they told you this week or the other week, but I'm going to tell you this. I don't want no more children. Okay. And listen, I think we need to water what we have. Okay. Focus on that and focus on our careers and let that grow. Okay, let it grow from there. He says, part of his reasoning for feeling this way is because of the struggles that she had, almost losing her when she had baby Shy and stuff, So it's been a lot, and he doesn't want to, go through, or he doesn't want to go through it, and he doesn't want to see her go through that again. And I think also Marcus may be like, I'd rather have lost a child still in the womb versus losing you. Okay, so I mean, y'all let me know y'all thoughts about that. All right, she does speak on nesting because I guess she started focused on being more so of a mom and preparing herself of the life to come and stuff. And I feel like he may have felt a bit neglected. Okay, because he does go on to say that she's been lacking or they've been lacking in certain areas. So she says that she enjoys nesting and being a mom, and she thinks it's more to her than or at least he thinks it's more to her than being a mom and a housewife. And she's like, but what if I want to be a housewife? Like, what if that's just what I want? He's like, but you got to use your testimonies and your talents and stuff for the women out here that need you. Okay, you very talented. God won't give you all of these things just for you to sit around and just be a housewife. And I'm like, okay, I guess. So he does ask her about the project, and I felt like, you know what, bad timing. How do you hear her talk about the miscarriage, cry about the miscarriage and things, and then you follow it up with the project and ask her if she still wants to do it? And she's like, I don't know what I want to do. I can't say that's something I want to do right now. Just like you don't feel like you want to have another child, or then I don't feel like I want to work on this project. So what else is going on? They're going to have to figure it out, honey. Good luck. Let's get to Amara and Alan, because when they link up, he gets the time with the daughters that he wanted. He gives them some stuff, and everything was nice. She's sitting with him, and she pretty much tells him, like, listen, I have gotten to this place where I'm pretty much accepting where things are, and it is what it is. Okay. Sometimes we want things to be a certain way and we can't have that. And I'm finally accepting this for what it is. And what I heard when she said that, for me, it's like, girl, you over here whining about Safari and the engagement being broken off or whatever the case is with that. When honestly, and I think I could have said this last week, if Alan wanted to have a relationship with you, you would damn well choose your overall family over Safari. I do believe that. I do believe that. Okay. She says, ultimately, I just want us to be the best parents for these kids. And he's like, okay, I got you. But can I ask you a question, though? I got two other daughters, okay? And I would love for the girls to meet my two other daughters. Like, I would love for that moment to happen. And Amada says, slow your roll, honey, because you need to be glad that I even allowed you to come in here now and spend time with these girls. I think that's what you really need to focus on. Focus on fostering a real relationship with your daughters. Show me how much you care about them and how invested in them that you are before you try to connect them to somebody else. They need to be connecting with their dad and getting to know you better before you try to introduce them to some other folks. I'm not going for that. I don't fully disagree with Amada. I feel like there's a time and a place, and I feel like it's too soon to be asking for favors right now. Now, maybe give it 3 to 6 months and you are being very consistent, coming around, spending time, maybe even getting to a place where you're watching the kids, whatever it is, then ask that. But y'all just made up a day ago or so, and then you got the audacity to ask this girl about meeting the other kids. Now, granted, I understand his side too. These are their biological siblings, and he wants them to know each other. But I feel like it's not her saying that can never happen. She's just saying it can't happen right now, and I support the not happening right now. Make sure they have a relationship with you. Okay. And then if you decide to take them and I'm not even there when they meet the kids, I want to feel comfortable enough with you as well that you can handle my twins on your own as they go off and meet their other siblings or whatever. So I don't disagree with Amada there. But let's get to Ray J and Derek, okay? Y'all know Derek, that's the Black China's fiance now. Angela White, okay? So Ray J asked him about temptation. Right out the gate, how's temptation going? And he's like, temptation, I ain't tempted by nothing, okay? This is the first time I've been committed in a long time or ever, if that, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, I'm stuck on her, okay? Me and Angela are good. I'm not trying to dibble and dabble. I'm not trying to be on the same energy that you on. I'm trying to actually lock this down and be committed and be okay with where I'm at, right? So Ray J seems to be a bit taken back by that, okay? Because he think everybody's on the whore time that he's been on. So Ray J talks about Prinky and how she kicked him out for his birthday. All because some woman hit her up in the DMs and said some stuff. I couldn't really make out what Ray J was actually saying. But the girl hit up Prinky about something, and I don't know if she was in her house or something like that for 4 hours, or they was smashing for 4 hours, or whatever it was, but something happened for quite a few hours, and Prinky didn't like that. But instead of Ray J actually taking fault for his own actions and how he may have led them to where they are, he says he feels like she's using this as an excuse for her to go out and go be with somebody else and do what she wants. Sir, I don't really feel like she needed to use that as an excuse, a lie that lets you tell it, of somebody hopping in her DMs. I feel like your very own actions of how you've shown your own ass has been enough for her to move on and go date who she wants. Because the moment you want to step out and cheat and do what you, open this bitch up. Open this whole. No, I'm not finna divorce you yet. But you can open this mother up, okay? Because if you out at the club, don't think I'm not. Come on, Candy, feeling good in somebody's spot, getting hot. Don't stop. Just don't think I'm not, because I'm out getting hot. Okay, two could play that game, and you better know I'm finna play it. Okay, so open this mother up. I don't need an excuse. Okay, I don't need an excuse when you just gave me a right. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. So stop that, Ray J. All right. So he said he said she left him over the DM or whatever. So Ray J then goes on to tell him about the project, the One Wish project. He's super excited about it. He got different people coming in to help him out with the music and all of this stuff. He talks about a song he got called "Popping That Pee on Her Period" or something. And I was like, what? I thought One Wish was supposed to be about a love song and you getting back to the person that you want to be with. So is "Popping That Pee on Your Period" supposed to be the stripper song that you want a model to be dancing to? This is why I can't take Ray J. I cannot take him serious, okay? But anywho, Amada tells Brooke, because of course Brooke stops by to see Amada, and she tells Brooke about her linking up with Marlon, then gives her the update on Alan. And Brooke also talks to her about, Shay, the link up that Shay had with Marcus and Fabo and all of that stuff, and how it didn't go that great or whatever the case is. And she thinks that maybe that's a conversation for Shay and Amada to have, to, I guess, mend fences of some sort. I'm like, okay, well, all right then, Brooke. Anywho, Brooke does go on to open up about the miscarriage that she suffered. And, they talk about that. She lets us know that she did go to the doctor around 12 weeks and they did not hear a heartbeat anymore. So that was a lie. She says Marcus has been very numb to it all. So they're having to work on some things. And that's part of the reason why she left the house to come over to see her, because she had to escape. Okay. She had to escape the space that she was in. I think she said she'll be doing something for her daughter and she'll just bust out crying. So it's been a very emotional time for her and she just needed to get away. Okay. Amarda goes on to tell her about Ray J and says that, Ray J wants me to be a part of this movie, but I don't really know, because I feel like he had, he was a very important factor in me and Safari's engagement breaking down. So I don't know, like, I'll probably go meet with him, but when I do go meet with him, you better believe I'm going to be asking him about that, period. So that's the plan. But I want her to know, listen, Amada, Safari is his own reason. If he wanted to, he would have, okay? And in my personal, I feel like when Safari got married to Erica Mina, a lot of guys was throwing salt on their relationship. A lot of guys, Rich, had some stuff to say. A lot of them was being salty about and shady about the things that they had to say with about Erica and Safari getting together. That did not stop Safari. He still went on to marry Erica Mina and have children with her. Okay, so I feel like if he wanted to, he would have. But I don't think that Safari truly ever wants to be married again. I think he will just do a long-term situation. If Safari were to get married, I could see it being potentially a decade from now, maybe 5 years from now, depending on age. Because I feel like when people get older and life may not be hitting like it once was for them, they be ready to settle down or some shit. So that's what I see Safari settling down in about 10 years or so. But right now, I don't. And I don't care if he does propose to you. I think y'all might have a long-term engagement. Okay? So there's that. Now, Shay done pulled up on her mama. It's time for her to pick up her daughter. Her mom wants to have a conversation with her real quick and just let her know, even though the breakup was hard, you got to trust that God's going to send you the right person for you, okay? Shay is like, I appreciate that, but I ain't trying to hear none of that SHI you talking about. So where's my child at? So she goes to get her daughter, and when she gets in there, she's surprised by Mama D. Hilarious, okay? Mama D pops out. She's all happy and stuff. They done made a cake for Shay. They got a different type of shirts and stuff made for Shay. Shay starts getting upset. And she's like, the fact that y'all are celebrating the fact that me and my baby daddy are broken up, I don't like that. And I don't feel like you guys are supporting me at all. So Shay is upset. And she tells Mama D, you just want me to be with Scrappy. You've been on that SHI for a long time. Then Mama D says, okay, maybe a little bit. Girl, I was tickled. When Mama D said it, because I knew she was going to just say, girl, no, I don't, stop lying or whatever. But she was like, okay, yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe that is what I want. I thought that was funny. Yeah, Mama D, you've always wanted that. And at this point, they could just really be together. They both some fools. So if y'all want to do it, might as well do it. I mean, hell, Erica double back, child, and probably still doubling back on that Z. So I don't know. I mean, if you want to get like, all right. So they over there going back and forth. The brother's like, wait, before you go, I made a song for you. I made a song for you, for this particular moment, this and that. And they played it. And when I tell you they played the music, I was hollering. I just thought it was funny. The mama on the track talking and stuff. That was hilarious. They played it for Shay. Shay got upset. Shay got upset. She grabbed that baby and she stormed out of there. Okay. And I just thought that was so hilarious. But Shay, she just gets on my nerves because she gives her family such a hard time. And she doesn't give that man half as much of a hard time as she gives her family. Every time we see her in the scene, she's upset with them. Except for the one time when she sat down and talked to her mama and asked her to keep her daughter or whatever. But she always like going off about something. But then you always finding a reason to forgive him and want to, isolate yourself from your family until they're willing to accept him. Girl, he not blood. They don't have to. They don't have to accept that man. That man disrespectful as fuck. And any man that you'll be with that'll be disrespectful to your damn parents, you got to know he going to be disrespectful as fuck to you. Then you got to consider how you got him. You may not have known you was a side chick, so he says, okay? So he says, but girl, he was with a whole nother woman when you got with that man. So now it's your turn. Good luck. Tricking so unique. He wants to meet up with her to question her about that IG post and everything. And he's talking to her and why you did it. And she says, well, you was being an a-hole and you said some really hurtful things to me. And I wanted the world to know how you made me feel. It's simple as that. So he says he wanted to know if she was someone, because she was like, why me? Why you come back to, like, why you wanted to be back with me? Why you called me to the hospital and all of that? And he said, I wanted to know if I could trust you. And then I realized once you went to go link up with Joy, I realized I couldn't trust you. No, B.I.T. She should have said, I realized I couldn't trust you once I found out that you still married to her and said you ain't trying to let her go and you trying to hold her up. Okay? Any man is still trying to hold their ex up in a marriage, baby, that's not somebody that's trying to be fully with me. Okay? So, anywho, she says that she's done. Like, what else you want from me? And he said, I want you to leave Miami. And she was like, I run Miami. I said, girl, everybody love to claim they run something, don't it? So, anywho, they get into it and stuff back and forth, and he leaves, and he's like, welcome to the circus. We got lions, tigers, bears, and this bitch. Girl, now that was a key. I'm not going to hold you, okay? And when she was asking, like, why her? Like, why me? Why me? I say, you know why? Because you kind of favor Tommy. And he know he probably ain't finna get him none of that Tommy-wommy. Okay, he not gonna get none of that Tommy-wommy. But anywho, child, let's get to Alan and Gael because he didn't really get what he wanted from Amara as far as allowing his daughters to meet each other. So he says he ain't leaving empty-handed, so he go hang out with Gael. So they at the club, they doing their thing or whatever. Well, Flo pops up. She gets on stage. She starts singing, okay? She starts putting her body and stuff on Mr. Allen. Flo gets, not Flo, but Gael gets upset. She runs up there. What the hell are you doing? In the confessional asking, what did I ever do to Flo? Girl, this how y'all, I know y'all be acting and foolish. Girl, what? What do you mean? Get her out of here. Okay? They over there arguing. Alan said, I'm gone. I don't give a damn about this shit. This motherfucker empty anyway. Let me get the hell on. Okay? So Alan done left. Next thing you know, Flo running up behind him, grabbing up on him like, oh no, because she all about her get back at this point. She's trying to get back at Marlon, get back at damn, what's her name? Amara and her sister Gael. So she's trying to, one-stop shop it, okay? She trying to hit them all with this one man. So they leave. He said, you ready for me? She says, oh, yeah, I'm definitely ready for you. So I don't know if they finna go get it in or what the hell they finna do. But yikey dikey. Do I think she is wrong? Not necessarily. I don't. I don't give a damn if she goes and smash on Alan. I really don't. Your sister did it. She does need to see what it feel like. Amara, girl, I don't like you. I don't fuck with you. And you over here entertaining him for what? Period. You already know you trying to get back at me. Okay, I got one better. And then Marlon, don't come in my face talk about you want your family, but you over here hanging with a bitch you know I don't like. Like, I don't give a fuck about none of y'all. So, whatever. Anywho, Amara and Ray J do link up, and she does question him about ruining her engagement, and he gonna tell her that he felt like her and Safari both deserve somebody else. He said, y'all deserve to be with somebody different. He said, actually, you deserve better. You so sexy or whatever he was telling her. She's like, okay, so is you going to apologize? He gets on his knee. He apologizes to her. He wanted a hug so he could feel up, rub up, kiss up, touch up on that lady. That lady told him to get his ass up, okay? He was doing too much. He tells her about the movie. He wants her to play a stripper, and he also wants her to teach him some type of dance. And so they do the little dance or whatever the case is, and the show goes off. Now, next week's episode seems like it's going to be pretty good because shout out to Ching Diamond, who I think is really dope, okay? She's about to be another plus-size rapper that's about to come onto the show. So I hope that Miss Zoe don't try to get offended, because when I tell you Ching Diamond actually has it, in my opinion, no disrespect to Miss Zoe, but I also saw Miss Ching Diamond on Rhythm and Flow on Netflix season 2, and she did a really good job, okay? Really good job. I can't remember where she messed up at in the process. I think it was when they had to do that cipher. I think she may have messed up in the cipher, and she was sent home, and I really hated that because I thought she was like really good. And she has, I think, a daughter. I think that she was in prison at one point, got out, and ever since then she's just been focused on keeping her life on track. Beautiful girl, very talented. So I am happy for her to see that she got straight off of Netflix and going straight over to Loving Hip Hop to do her thing. Now, I do hope that Ching Diamond does not stay on the show. Okay, I feel like when you stay on this show for the sake of money or whatever, it can potentially derail your plans. Similar to, in my opinion, y'all let me know, it's similar to working a job, getting a job when you know that your heart is somewhere else and doing other stuff. Yes, I do think Loving Hip Hop will give her the exposure, but I still feel like she may get caught up in the trends of the BS. Okay, when you could be on this show for a season or two, hopefully escape a bit of the mess, and then potentially get off, get the fan base, get the audience, focus on your music, get off and just keep grinding it out. But we'll see. All right. Princess, she's going to be making her entrance as well on the next episode from my understanding, and it looks like she's about to slap the dog out of Amara, and I'm actually here for it. Okay, I am. Now, for Prinky always acts like she doesn't give a damn about Ray, but then she always shows the opposite of emotions. Like, you say you don't care, but you really do. Yikey dikey. But at the same time, Amara can be very annoying. So I am here for her getting slapped just a piece. And I'm like, get her again. Ooh, do it one more time for me. That's what it's giving, okay? But you guys leave your thoughts and comments down below on the latest episode of Loving Hip Hop Miami. I'm Jami, that's me. And of course, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Yeah, tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated, I could face the rim. Putting shots up, I got laser focus, about to take it over, I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Who that nigga, man, they say I'm him. Spit the truth, never wasting film, I can feel it.